Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to the Technology Innovation Hub. So it's going to be the 7th session on from DevOps channel that is comparing a basic CI/CD pipeline. So let's start the 7th session. Let me share the screen. In the last session, I may remember that we just ran the basic CI pipeline and ran did a very basic build with the Maven-driven Java project. And we got the build success, and we learn certain things from the what is happening in the background as well, right? Right. So I think let me log in. Yeah. Right. So that is done now. Today, the next session is going to be as our document. Now we have the CI, right? And we are going to have the deployment part. Let's design the deployment part in our pipeline, right? So as I said yesterday, it's not a pipeline, but anyway, it is the set of steps we are working around. Finally, once the things are going to be, when the code checked in, it should automatically pick up and it should continuously integrate, continuously deploy, and the output should come. So then only it becomes a complete pipeline. At the moment, we are just developing step by step, right? It's kind of a workflow, right? Pipeline is kind of a workflow, right? We have several set of steps, right? So still we haven't get into those details, but if you watch the DevOps introduction overview, you will get the full idea of what is a pipeline now. In there, it is well explained, right? But in particular also, once the pipeline is done, I'll explain it, the stages of this current basic pipeline, right? So at the moment, the stages are, we have Git repository. Yes, check-in means we haven't done any check-in, right? Check-in means we haven't done any modification for the code. We have the Git repo, the Java program is there, and build server, we have the CI pipeline. CI, our Jenkins build server in our pipeline. So we have two-stage pipeline at the moment with Git and CI build server. Okay. So now we are going to introduce the deployment part of it. So with another Docker container, because this pipeline is totally based on Docker images, right? So let's introduce the first component in our deployment part, right? Deployment stage. For the first component, we have to pull the deployment server. Our deployment server is going to be based on CentOS, right? So we are going to have a CentOS image. That means we are going to have a CentOS machine, right? Docker base. So when the container is running, it's going to act as another computer. So within CentOS, we are going to deploy Tomcat because this is a web-based application, right? After that, we are going to deploy it, right? Let's see how it's going to work. So it's a web-based application, right? Tomcat is going to act as a web server for us, right? So let's see how the things are going to be, right? So as the next step, let me just right away run docker pull CentOS. So I am doing that because I need CentOS image to be pulled to my OS, my guest OS, right? So who am I? I'm here. LS, right? Okay. Yes. Yeah, this is inside the container. Let's get out from here. So now I'm this, right? So I'm as Docker user. WD valid Docker. Let's stay in home Docker underscore user, right? So we are here now. Okay. Right. So if you look at the document, the commands are typed in Docker user. Yeah, it's okay. Wherever doesn't matter, but we better keep a standard directory. Anyway, the images are going to get pulled into the storage layer. That's okay. So anyway, let's run the command, right? Docker pull CentOS, right? So I have cleaned up all the things in my machine. So I don't think I have any local image at the moment. So it will pull from the official CentOS repository. Yes, it is pulling. Downloading Centipy, the first layer. I'm thinking. I think. Yeah. Let's see. Right? So till it download. Once it download, so you can see. We'll say your image, and you should. Yeah, only the pulling. We are bringing only the image, right? We like Jenkins. We are not running it at once. So only the image will be downloaded. It will say pull complete, right? After that, start the container by attaching to Jenkins network for both container must be in. That's a very important part. So once it pulled, we're going to run it, docker run -d and minus name tomcat minus network Jenkins. So what's going to happen? Now you can see the syntaxes are getting shorter. Now earlier you see minus minus detach. Now this time I'm using the shorter syntax. Instead of we are telling minus minus detach, we can say minus d. That's the same meaning, right? Run minus d in an interactive terminal, IT, right? And minus name is going to be the container name is Tomcat container. And this is a very important one, network. So you may remember the Jenkins network. So since we need the containers need to communicate to each other, we have to keep them in the same network. Right, so therefore, I am putting my CentOS image, CentOS container, or to the also to the same network where my Jenkins container is running. Right, so that's why I'm doing so that they can communicate to each other. And this is the port for 88, and I'm mapping the 8080 port, which is for 888, right? I'll tell you more details later. This is because I need the Tomcat server running here. So that's why I am exposing 88 port to outside. The internal Tomcat port will be 8080, and I'm mapping to outside via 888, right? Let's see. Keep it for the moment. This is just a port mapping, right? CentOS. Because we need to expose the applications running inside the container to outside. So this is how we are doing, right? So inside the container, app may be running from 80, but when it comes to outside, I need to remap it to 88. That's what I'm doing. You learn it in more detail, right? Minus p to say port, right? You may remember in our previous command, this one, it was done using minus minus publish, right? So minus p is the shorter form. We can use either. If you use minus minus, you have to give the full name. If you use one minus, you can use the shorter form. That's okay, right? Either method, right? And the image name is going to be CentOS. So that is what we are pulling now. Let's see whether it is, yeah, it is almost downloaded. So CentOS image now being downloaded. Download new image, CentOS latest, it is downloaded, right? So it's done. And let's go to the next step. So next step is running the image and bringing the container up, right? Let's run this right away. Okay, paste. Yeah, and let's run it. Okay, so I say docker ps. I should see now my third container. I have Jenkins already running, and now CentOS is running. And if you look at it closely, the port mapping, you can see 80 being mapped to 88, right? So TCP communication. Uh, yeah, because Jenkins is already running in 8080. So therefore, I can't reuse that one to outside. So I have changed it to map it to 888. It's fine. So right, let's go to the next step, CentOS, and now we have this one. Okay, Docker PS, we check that one. Yes, so now it's running. Yeah, the Alpine image and all we learn those things. Connect to the container. Okay. So we can connect to the container. To which container? Now this time I'm going to connect to the CentOS container because I mentioned CentOS is going to act as our computer to occupy Tomcat. So I need to connect to that container first. Let's connect to Tomcat to our CentOS container, right? So let's clear it now. You have seen these things now. Ah, even though I clear it, I need what? I need the container ID to connect, right? So let's get the container ID, locality. So this ID, container ID, bash. All in the bash shell, right? ID, yeah, that's right away on the root, right? So that CentOS allows to connect to root, right? We have bash shell. Earlier, you may remember for Jenkins, I typed bin bash. I mentioned the things because that's all the way depends on how the Docker is composed, how the Docker is built. Right now, this is allowing bash. Right? It doesn't matter. Leave it for the time being. It's okay. If you look at the documentation, CentOS Docker image, CentOS repository, right? They are Docker image. The official CentOS Docker image documentation is telling how to connect. Right? It is bash. But anyway, most of the Dockers work either bin bash, bash, or sh. Either one of those things will work. Otherwise, there has to be some popular shell there not to connect, right? Okay, for us to issue commands inside the container, we have to have a shell, right? Okay. Right, so bin bash is connected. Right now, next thing is we go to OPT. So let's keep all our installations under OPT directory within the OS, right? So we can change to OPT because we have that one, right? At the moment, it's empty directory. So let's install wget, right? Why wget? Because we need to download Tomcat, right? So let's get uh, get installed, right? Our new image, new container, CentOS is not having wget, so I am installing it. Yum install wget. So let it complete. So in the document, right in the output also given. Yeah, it's given. So it is going a little bit lengthy, right? Fine. Completes here. So after that, we have download Tomcat. Using wget, we have download Tomcat, right? So yes, again, yes. Okay, we are done. Right. Let's check this one. Right away, we'll try this. Now we are going to get Tomcat downloader within our for our CentOS container. It says HTTP Apache window. This is official one. Tomcat. I'm going to take Tomcat 8 V8501 bin bash. Let's see whether this one is going to work, right? If not, we need to go there, download page and get the correct version of Tomcat, right? Because this keep on getting updated now. So this is around I think 2 months back. I just yeah, let's run it and see. Yeah, so looks like we need to correct that one, right? Error not found. That means in this place we need to let's go to that location. What it says, yeah, connected but moved permanently, awaiting response. Yeah, so let's go to this location. TP bin, right? Let's visit there and get the correct zip file, right? This token calling 8561, right? Let's see whether that one is available. Let's see other versions. Okay, we have 8566, right? Compared to 8566, right? So bin, yeah, so we can get 8566. This one is available. So what we are calling here, we are calling 8561 tar.gz. So that is no longer there. No? They are, yeah, their builds are continuously going. So we can take 8566 Tomcat, Apache Tomcat 8561, and we will take this, right? 8566 This will do it. Right? We need to take what is available in their repository, right? So we will modify it. We can change it here. I'll update the document with the latest as well. That is better. So that should do it. Let's call this one, which is available in the repository, right? But it's not found again. Oh, this one is here. Let's check. This is all about this URL. Should be accessible. In the path we give, let's get the correct path. I think that's again will be the mistake. Right? So the path for this one is this. Yeah, no, this we have to change this. 8566 as well. A mistake, right? The full path is this one. We are following 8561 something. We just change only the part of GZ. So it has to be this path. Tomcat, this one. Orchard.com, Tomcat, Tomcat 8. So if I replace this one, will be that's it. Tomcat, Tomcat 8. All right. Here we go. We have, right? So correct that one. I'll upload anyway. But even if you are doing the practical later, just check that one and get the latest so that you won't get the same error, right? All right. So we have that one downloaded. Yeah. So if you take a look at, so here we go. We have it is downloaded, right? So it's done. Okay. Right. So let's now we have it downloaded. So output is here, right? So then what we can do, extract, right? So we have ls. We just tested it, right? So extract like that. So let's do that. I was just checking. LSLTR, even though it's just downloaded, I'm just thinking, why was the hell happened to this time? May 8, right? 28. What is our date? It shows the UTC time. Okay. I'll change it later. So that's the reason. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. So, and let's extract it. So our name is Apache. Yeah, Tomcat HCF. Okay, let it get extracted. Okay, fine. Done. So we have the extraction. So here we go. Apache Tomcat, so directory is up, fine, right? So I'm just going to a document because so that even when I uploaded, the mistakes are minimized for you, because yeah, whole output, I delete these things, not necessary to have the whole output, right? So we have the directory and we have to go there, and we need to get into that directory, and we need to do the configurations on Apache Tomcat, right? Okay, let's do it in the next video. I think I'm going to stop in this video, right? So I'll meet you soon in the next video. So if you like the video, you can put a sub, right? Okay, have a nice day. Bye bye.